So if you've ever wondered about some of the more unusual foods and drinks here in Mexico, you've come to the right place.
Yeah, this is just one in a series of videos of us sampling some, sweet and savory stuff, junk food, healthy food. Each video is going to include one drink, and that could be anything from a beer, a soda, a juice, hard liquor, anything.
So now I have to warn you, we're not the most graceful eaters. We will not subject you to any slow motion, up close shots of sauce dribbling down the chin, crumbs stuck to our face. We don't think so.
Yeah, I think it's just going to be our honest opinion of what this food and what these drinks taste like. And I think it's time to see what's on the menu.
Yeah, let's go eat. So this is Chilorio. Apparently it's a sinaloense specialty. Apparently it's not a big specialty here in Mazatlan because it's actually really hard to find. This is the best we could do, was to find a pre-packaged piece of Chilorio like this.
What the hell is Chilorio? This is shredded pork with a little bit of vinegar and chili fried together and simmered in its own fat and chili.
Recently, Mexico started to add these little labels. So it's meant to be a warning that there's like excess sodium and excess saturated fats, and they're basically warning you about all the good stuff. Sodium and it is excess
saturated fat. So sounds good to me.
It does, doesn't it? As for the rest of the ingredients, well, we've no idea because we can't actually read it. The print is really, really tiny.
Like this right here says 100% sinaloense, but
we think.
No, I had to take a picture of this and blow it up. I haven't taken a photo of the ingredients, partially because I don't want to know. This is a cooked product, by the way, but we're going to heat it up anyway.
And you're going to see it. So we'll fry it up and we'll come back to you and we'll pop it in a bowl and you'll get to see what we actually really think of Chilorio.
I think we're ready to... I want you to try it first.
Oh, thank you.
I don't think it's overly salty.
Back to that intro there, remember? And it's always me dropping the food, throwing it over myself.
I think it's really good. I think it's delicious. I love it.
Amazing.
It's very good. Very good.
It's fantastic.
I can't believe we've never had this before. We've been living in Mazatlan now, in Sinaloa for over a year. That's very good.
Wow.
Sign me up.
Wow is me being polite. Bit salty, but I mean...
A little bit salty. Not as bad as I thought.
Yeah.
And it's not spicy.
No, it's not spicy, because I don't normally do spicy. If this was really spicy, I'd be gagging by now. I wouldn't be happy with it. It's
Sometimes.
But Jesus, this is lovely. Absolutely lovely. It really is. I mean, it'd be lovely on a baked potato with eggs in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
On a tortilla. Just make a burrito out of this.
Yeah.
Lovely.
That's all you need.
Yeah,
you're in trouble.
Yeah,
you're in big trouble. Oh, man.
Yeah, this is fantastic.
Very good.
The other thing I've noticed about this package, might not be a big deal to everyone. It is to me. I haven't come across any big fatty, gnarly, grisly pieces.
Or bones.
It's all lovely lean meat. So,
no.
Yeah.
I think the fat has been cooked off at this point.
That's true, yeah, probably. It's cooked in its own fat. I don't like those big gelatinous pieces of globules of fat where you're just like, ugh. It's lean. It's definitely lean meat.
Tender and shredded too.
Incredibly tender. Because usually you like everything and I'll be a bit more critical and be like, oh.
I don't like everything. I'm just a little more forgiving, that's all.
I'm more critical.
Next on the chopping block is a salsa called chamoy. It's made from a couple different kinds of fruits. What they do is they salt these fruits and that draws out the juices from the fruit. And as you can see, they probably add a lot of artificial coloring. So all of that effort...
Because have you ever seen a fruit that has that kind of natural coloring?
All of that effort for chamoy sauce I don't think we've ever had this before. Something this bright and red is on a lot of Mexican foods.
But you will get like a lot of vendors that sell Toasty Locos, which is kind of like packets of crisps that have been like ripped open, and then people just like drown the crisps in this stuff, and lime juice and hot sauce and chili powder seasoning and just anything they can get their hands on, really. They'll just like dump on the crisps.
It's quite popular for like, to put over all sorts of junk food, basically.
That looks like medicine.
Or blood. All right.
I would go with medicine.
Okay. You want to go first?
No, Grant.
All right. It's not bad. I like it. It's what?
You like everything. Come on.
I know. I need to poo-poo some of the stuff that I eat, but that usually takes a couple hours. So I like everything. All
Yeah,
right.
I know you're right. So come on, apart from just liking it, give it more of an explanation.
Okay, sorry, it's not as sweet as I thought.
Yeah, well, it does say sin azúcar.
I know, but it's
sugar,
made from...
So you bought like the diet version.
We're getting healthy on you today. This is like, it's part of our New Year's resolution here. But it's made with fruit, so I thought it would be sweet. You don't like it?
Again, I didn't say that. The face says it, but I'm not actually saying it. You're right. It's not sweet. It's kind of weird because it's like you look at it and you go, "Oh Jesus, that's going to be really sweet," but it's not. It's actually really tangy.
You know what? It tastes like a hot chili sauce without the heat.
But with loads of salt.
Loads of salt. Yeah.
It's really tangy, tart, and salty.
It's almost like
Deceptive.
they've made a Tabasco sauce and just removed the heat, and it's the taste of like a hot sauce, but without the hot.
And a ton of salt.
I like it. I'm kind of surprised. You should like it too because it's not spicy.
I'm kind of disappointed because, alright, even though it says it's without sugar, you look at that and you go, oh no way, that's definitely going to be sweet. So I just expected it to be sweeter than it is, and there is not a trace of sweetness to it.
We're going to try some snack food now that people in Mexico typically put chamoy sauce on, and
They douse it in chamoy.
we're going to have chamoy sauce on our next product.
Alright, so this is our next offering. These are called gyros. When they're raw, in their raw form, they look like little bits of raw pasta. But unlike pasta, which you put into boiling water, you put these gyros into boiling oil and you deep fry them. And then they poof up like this, and you get these lovely crispy snacks. They don't have any flavor.
I think they have a little flavor to them. We've had these before. I think Duros taste like Cheetos without all that shit on them. It's
Probably.
just kind of like
If you could imagine what a Cheeto tastes like without all the shit.
Yeah, it's just like this maybe wheat-based thing too, and they're not that salty. They're really light, delicate flavor.
Mm-hmm.
This is something that would go good with beer. It's quite good, and we've never actually had this with chamoy sauce on it, and you just saw our reaction to having chamoy for the first time, but I think it's popular to put chamoy sauce on Duros, so we're gonna...
It's popular to put chamoy on pretty much anything, really.
It's gonna be part of my repertoire, this, definitely. I like it.
It's just kind of like the go-to snack here for people, really.
So did you get one with chamoy?
Mm-hmm.
You like
Eating it right now? Yeah,
Okay.
actually it is good with the chamoy.
Yeah. Sign me up, that's it.
Gyros and chamoy. Not bad.
Not bad. Cantina snack.
There. Yeah, a cantina, a batana.
A batana.
A batana, a cantina snack, yeah.
Yep.
Alright, before we move on to the next thing, off camera we have been shoveling the gyros and the chamoy down our faces. And we've discovered something else.
The sauce just kind of goes right through them. But
It doesn't go right through them though, it just kind of sits on top of them. It just kind of sits on the outside, it doesn't soak right through. And if it soaked right through, they'd be onto a winner.
So we're on to our third thing right now. It's actually a new beer, and it's flavored with lime and salt. We've never had this. This is new. We actually just saw this in the shop. We said that this would go good with beers, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to try this.
Yeah, it's like Sol has come out with like all these kind of funky flavors, like I don't know, chelada, michelada, clamato.
Yeah, like clam juice and tomato juice. You're going to be the guinea pig.
Actually, you know what? I think you should go first, because another thing I've discovered about gyros is they're kind of greasy.
You go wash up. I'll take a sip of this.
Yeah, I probably should. It's just not like my hands.
I don't...
Let me guess, you really like it.
No, I think we've actually found something here to stump me.
Jesus, beer, really? Of all the things.
Yeah, no. I don't know why you'd want to go out and buy something like this. I could just put lime and salt in on my own.
I'm not really getting salt off that. I'm definitely getting lime. It tastes like a cleaning product. It does. It's like, I mean, it tastes like
What's
beer.
your favorite cleaning product to drink, by the way?
To drink? What's my favorite cleaning product? I don't know. This, apparently. But I think it's more, it tastes like the smell of a cleaning product.
There you go.
There you go. No, it's really limey. I agree with you, yeah. If you could just add your own.
Just add your own. Just, you know, lime, salt, and a beer, that should be a DIY project. It shouldn't be something that you go out and buy.
Project. Putting your beer together. It could be quite nice, though, on a really hot day. And I think if you had enough of them, you probably wouldn't even notice the lime after a while. It would just be...
Or the heat.
Or the heat. You wouldn't notice much of anything after a while. I'm not getting the salt. Did you get the salt?
No, not really.
Yeah,
well,
it's like...
I'll keep drinking this in the meantime.
And it's definitely an aftertaste with the lime.
You know what? It's like Sprite. Somebody poured Sprite in your beer. Now, why somebody would do that?
You are right. That's exactly what it's like.
Boom. Boom. All right. That's it.
So apparently Sprite tastes like a cleaning product too.
It's like somebody played an awful trick on you and just poured Sprite in your beer.
Right.
Yeah.
But we tried it. We wouldn't try it again.
So,
would you recommend it?
If you like the taste of cleaning products and Sprite mixed with beer, then this is your thing.
It's a winning combination.
Yeah, you need to get to Mexico like now.
But it's beer.
It's beer. Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's still a beer.
Yeah, like 4 or 5 of these, you're not even gonna realize, that you're drinking like Sprite and beer. You're just gonna start downing these things, to beat the band. But
that's if you make the mistake of buying 4 or 5 of them to begin with. If you get just one and try it, then you can move on to the real stuff.
Right.
Like just normal beer.
Yeah.
There will be more strange beers to try that we've never had before. And this is probably the most normal of all of them. And that was our reaction. It can only get better.